Three. All right, we're live and we don't have nobody in here yet, but until we get some people in here and before we watch Pigman's video, I had this thing I wanted to show people, but I don't know. The copy of the video I sent is an iCloud thing, and I don't think it's going to work right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got something else I think is interesting. I'm going to read this. I'm going to share the screen though. Hold on. Until we get some people in here, because there's no use for us to say this. So let me remember what I'm doing. Jesus, I go back from StreamYards to this one. It gets confusing. Okay, share screen. Okay, Chrome tab. Which one do you want? This one. Okay, I just thought this was, hey, with the people. I just thought this one was a good, lighthearted story. And while we're waiting on people to get in here, can you see this, guys? Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I see it there. Let me see. I have to.
Okay, I'm going to read it. It's little. It's a picture of a like a homeless man and a little girl, and it says, "After leaving out of the store today, my daughter did something that really made me stop and think. There was this guy sitting there crying, and she asked me, 'Do you see that man crying? What's wrong with him?' I said, 'Yes, but I'm not sure. Maybe he's just sad.' She said, 'Maybe he's hot and thirsty.' And she walked over to him and she goes, 'Hi, sir. Be happy. It's a nice day. It's not raining. Are you hot? Why don't you go home? The ground is dirty.' He says, 'I have no home, but I will be okay.' She looked at him with the saddest face and goes, 'So that means you're homeless. So you have no food because you have no refrigerator.' She gave him a few dollars out of her purse and her drink and said, 'Please go eat. It would make me happy. I like McDonald's. You should go there.' I could tell she had made his day. On top of that, 2 more people came up and gave money as well. We had a small conversation, and he explained his trailer had burnt down and he lost everything, including his wife. I felt for him. It just warms my heart. A 6-year-old led by example this morning. Awesome. Kids see no color, and that's exactly how it should be. It's not just a statement saying it's not just a statement saying that the children are our future. It's a fact. That gives me a this that gives me a little more hope for this world. And it's with credit Kanika Lewis. Okay, so that was on Facebook, and I can share the link to that when I'm done. But I just wanted to read that while we were waiting a couple people to get in here. Oh wow, they're all here now, aren't they? Wow. Okay, guys. All right, so I know I put on the thing today that we postponed to the Punta Gorda show, and we have it's postponed. I keep saying that word funny. It's postponed indefinitely at this time. But people that are there and that are dealing with the situation and are dealing with some of these damages and not having lights, not having power, not having internet, all that good stuff, and dealing with damages and stuff. So it's put off indefinitely. But the people that have dealt with this, they want the update out there. So we're going to take it. Dr. Sean has dropped off, and I'm going to show you Pigman Audits. He has a small article on it, and I'm also going to, because they wanted us to go ahead and tell the story, and so I'm going to go ahead and play that small little computer read article he has up. I'm going to have the link to his video in the description, and I think he might have a link to the case there. If he doesn't, Dr. Sean has sent his link. I'm going to put that in the description so you can read the whole case and what the judge said, etc., etc. So we're going to start with a small video. Hey again, everybody, let me speak to some people real quick. We got We the People, we got Julia Jane, we got Lori Croft. No, you're on. This is my backup, honey. You're not in modded. I'll add more mods later. I'm sorry. Caitlin B. Good to see you. Good to see you, Lori. And let's see, John. Good to see you. All of you guys, man. Thanks for dropping in.
How you
And
doing, that,
yeah. And thanks to Dr. Sean for helping me do this because, okay, so we're gonna play this, and like I said, I'm gonna have the whole case for you guys to read. And I thought Dr. Sean could explain it briefly, and a little bit what happened with this video. This is from Pigman Video channel, and I will credit this video in the description too. And I'm gonna get the screen where we can see it nice and big.
Yeah, we have. We're praying for Pigman videos too. Richard, yeah, he's having a lot of health problems.
Hold on. Sorry. Yes, he has had a lot of health problems, and we will pray for him. And I want to pray for everybody in Florida, guys, because a lot of our folks have more damage than we realize. And if they don't have it in their homes, they live near places that have flooding, that have bridges out. Okay, so can y'all see the video? Damn, Dr. Sean's not in here.
Yeah, I dropped my video. I dropped my camera.
Okay.
I'm not looking pretty.
I'm not either. That's why I don't have my camera on.
I didn't go to the salon.
Oh, you forgot. You had a salon. You had the time for a spa day. Okay. Can you guys see the screen here? The video.
No, I see your picture, your initial picture.
Okay. And let me see.
Last story you did.
Okay. I must have did something wrong. I thought I was sharing. Oh, I was sharing. Okay. Hold on. Oh, no, I wasn't. Okay. Hold on. Let me get back to where I was at. I'm so lost now. Okay, here I am. Okay, yeah, let me try to.
Yeah, it was a nice story too, by the way.
Oh yeah, wasn't it a good heartwarming story? Yeah, I love stuff like that, and I love children, and I love how they see things, so innocently, and they want to help. Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we could be it. Can you see the screen now, anybody?
Yeah, it looks like you're loading something. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah, it might be a little slower. All right. So I'm going to hit play now. Let me pause my mic real quick. That way it don't interfere. Let's watch the short video with the article real quick.
Hey everybody, fast update there. Pigman videos. We won the Punta Gorda stuff. I will have the case stuff posted up on my YouTube page here a little bit later when I get it from the lawyers. We won! People. So y'all know I've been pretty sick. That's why I ain't been posting much. Been at the hospital a lot. Sorry, y'all. I know I kind of let my channel go a little bit, but I've been fighting a big time health stuff at the moment. Big. It's pretty bad, but I'll make it. I'll pull through it. Hopefully I can defy the odds and make it a long life, but I doubt it. All right, y'all. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, so what happened is a judge made a ruling. We've been waiting for this ruling for a couple of months now. He made a ruling pretty much saying what we already know, that the ordinance that the city adopted was unconstitutional, and it was applied incorrectly. The judge said he thought the city's heart was in the right place, but they were woefully unlawful in the way they applied it. So that free speech, our freedom of speech is already established, and the city can't come in and make its own ordinances, its own laws, overriding the state constitution and the federal constitution, or all the previous case law that's been established to guarantee our free speech. So the city can still come back later on and appeal this, but it's probably unlikely that they will. So that's where we're at right now with this. So far,
crazy
so far the ones who have a kangaroo court coming up, for free speech, the code court coming up in Punta Gorda, we haven't received anything evacuating our charges yet, or pushing anything back. So we still have, I think it's on the 26th, we still have a case coming up. But we can take this decision in the court and just walk away with it. Yay. Lori Croft. Yeah, was a big decision. It was decided about a week ago, but the storm, came through and pushed a lot of the stuff back. Some of the courts and the records and everything are destroyed anyway in Punta Gorda and Fort Myers. So
yeah, didn't the courthouse flood there?
yeah, the whole city got whacked good. Yeah, so they that's highly unlikely that they'll have court on the 26th anyway. So they'll probably push that back again if they don't just outright drop it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad we get just that's another thing. This had happened like right before we had scheduled the show, but then the hurricane had just happened, and I had put it off for a week without even really asking you guys. I just felt like that was the best thing to do, and then when I got talking to Andrew this morning, I found out. I mean, I knew some people had damage. I didn't understand the flooding in the courthouse. I didn't know nothing about that. I hadn't heard about that. I also had not heard about, some of the problems he was having with internet and stuff like that.
Yeah, it took down a lot of the infrastructure in the city. All of the internet connection has been down. Some of the stories you hear about, they're trying to reinstall the infrastructure, the internet, the cable, cell phone towers. They lost all of those, and the temporary ones they're putting up, they're still sparse. So a lot of people don't have coverage, even with the temporary towers they're putting up.
Right. Hey, Florida audits. It seems like everybody around Andrew is getting these things back, but Andrew.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of suspicious?
Well,
Florida Audit says hello to you.
Oh, how you doing, the Florida Audits?
Yeah. And Caitlin B saying thoughts and prayers. And Sam reports is in here. Hey, darling, it's good to see you. And yes, I did miss service last week. But
hey, everybody.
But Christian Fellowship, she leaves it up there for a week, so I can catch it later. Yeah. Yeah, anybody that wants to come to that's Sunday nights at 6 Eastern on Sam Reports channel. I'm not trying to push Jesus on nobody, but if you are interested in hearing the Bible and some nice words of wisdom, Sam. Yeah, I like the way she thinks. I think she's honest, she's blunt, and I enjoy it. And it's like going to church with your friends. But I don't want to harp on that because I will never be ashamed of my Lord. But I also don't. Even He told us that He don't want to be pushing on people, so we can't do that.
We're not to proselytize, but plant a seed.
Right. And then people have to do what they want to do. We believe in freedom as always. Hey, Lion One, how you doing, darling? Anyway, okay, so let's see. We also had. So now the link I'm going to put in the description, that should take you guys straight to the Google Drive where you can read it. And that way, in fact, I would encourage you all to read it if you have time. I mean, case files can be long, but I haven't read this whole thing yet. So that's another reason I didn't want to speak on it. But Dr. Sean has read the whole thing. And basically, it's like what we knew. No law can, our ordinance, our policy can override the Constitution.
It's a very good decision, and it reaffirms our right to free speech. However, though, we are still facing another ordinance in town that the city still has another ordinance that we haven't even touched yet, have been scratched.
Like, you mean the police station one?
Well, to film in a public building is also another right. We have to keep an eye on our government.
Yes.
They're getting worse on that, and the courts are also getting involved, and they're putting these executive orders to prevent us from filming in a courthouse.
Is that what that is in Punta Gorda? It's executive order, so it's not a code violation.
It is a code violation. Well, it's a couple of different things. The government is using every tool, whether it's lawful or unlawful. They're using every tool at their discretion to prevent us from keeping an eye on them. It's a victory. This is a victory for free speech.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But, we also, like I said, we're facing another ordinance for filming in a public building. They think that they have a right to privacy. Our own government thinks it has a right to privacy in our buildings. So we're still being trespassed for going in a filming or trying to get records. this last trespass I got in Punta Gorda, I was only observing whenever Catch You Later got beat up and then Yin Yang got arrested. I was only sitting observing. I went in initially to help Gio with his records because they couldn't understand what he was saying. And then when they refused service to us, I sat down and I became an observer at that point. And for my just being in the building at the time, watching what happened and trying to get records, Jimenez came out. He was a watch commander at the time, and he trespassed me and Gio. Gio wasn't even in the building. He left whenever they told him to leave. And I was told several times that you're perfectly fine to be here as long as you're not recording, and they turned around and trespassed me anyway. But yeah, Florida Audits and I went down this is in Marion County. We went down to this past Monday to get records from the state's attorney's office. And we found out that just recently for the Fifth Circuit, which is on the other side of Florida from Punta Gorda, that the chief judge had signed on the 22nd of September an ordinance, administrative order, then they put it down for security reasons that we're not allowed to film inside of a courthouse now, which we've enjoyed our right to go in and get records and film and whatever we needed to do to keep an eye on our government. And the issue is
you can't even go in there and get records in the courthouse.
We can get records, but we can't film. We can't film the process. We can't. Yeah. And I requested whenever past Monday, I requested the body cam footage from the deputy who trespassed us, and they don't even record or didn't record the interaction themselves. So, luckily we had a recording of the interaction and the threats to have us arrested if we didn't leave.
Yeah, that's happened to me too. I think I've got a 1983 there too if I wanted to pursue it. I've been kicked out of there once or twice. I think once. Lady Justice was kicked out of there. We were all kicked out of there.
Yeah, and these are administrative orders. These aren't even based on a law. These are based on the rules. Now, some of the rules are used for, say, like a courtroom, where of course you want to maintain a certain amount of functionality of the court. You don't want people getting loud or disrupting.
Of course not, but I think even there, quiet observation is at least in person should be allowed, and family court, at least in Megan's case. I know that the TPR they usually do make private, which is where they go to actually terminate the parental rights. But I was at hearings way before that, and they wouldn't let us in. But they would let some of her father's friends in there. Hey, Motor City Maniac. And let's see, we got the White Tupac in here, and I think that's everybody. We got Joko. Hey, everybody. Thanks for being here, guys. So, yeah, we wanted to update you on this, and it is a win for the people. It shows what we've been telling them. The city attorney didn't want to believe it. But, a lot of these city attorneys, now I've heard this, I don't know if it's true, but looking back at my experiences and a lot of other people's experiences with them, I hear a lot of them didn't do well, either in private practice or either just, working for someone else. I heard that's why a lot of them go to the city. Yeah,
it's a security blanket. You get a protection of the government if you work for the government. So if they mess up on their own, then they bear the responsibility, and they don't really get paid if the rumor gets around they're a bad attorney. But if they work for a municipality, they have that blanket, that security blanket.
Right. Something else I want to mention to you and to the people in the chat. When Lady Justice was arrested in Sarasota, you were there that night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Yeah. She's talked on the phone to her public defender a couple times, and the first time she let her know, look, I'm not going to play on this, and she said, start telling her how many cases she has. She said, I'm sorry, that's not my fault,
Yeah.
So in other words, they expect everybody to plead, especially if you got a public defender, They don't know what to do with it. And then like when it's like, they don't like it because she's not, her own public defender don't like it because she's not with it. And she's willing to help with her defense, which but they're not going to like it, but she's going to stick it out. She's going to try to win it. She's going to try to win it, with a public defender. And a lot of times you can't do that if you get one that's got enough sense to let you help.
Yeah, sometimes you may have to go through a couple of different public defenders because most of the time they just have a caseload and they all want to do is settle.
Right. And they'll probably
public pretender, in other
right.
words.
She may wind up, trying to get herself recused. Megan's public defender did that.
Yeah.
She said they had, I think she said they had irresolved. What they used to say when you were getting a divorce? Inconsolable.
Inconsolable differences.
Yeah. I believe that was her excuse. I'm not sure because once again, I wasn't allowed in the courtroom. But anyway, and and I do like the new job audit thing. I don't know if you've seen that. Amazing Audits and Lady Justice Liberty Press are doing. However, it needs to be twerked some. It's because they got 2 cameras up there at one time, which is neat in a way, but in a way it's distracting. And also they have to be careful not to talk over each other, and they also have to be careful not to bounce off of each other. They usually keep one volume down, but even with it all the way down, it still will pick up sound. Trust me, I've accidentally recorded videos with my volume all the way down, and they still have sound in them.
Yeah, my age, you got to worry about bodily noises.
Humming noise now. I got it. My phone, my new phone that only had like 6 months, it's making a humming noise.
Oh yeah. They don't make equipment and stuff like they used to make stuff in the last. They have a life expectancy built into everything.
Yeah. Does anybody? I'm not sure the link if anybody wants to come up here real quick. Let me see if I've got anything that I didn't. I sent this lady justice thing, but they're hours behind me, so they're probably asleep. And I just sent it to her email, and she surely ain't wanted to check her email like that. But let me see what time it is. I don't want to wake them. I think they're 4 hours behind me. I'm not fixing to wake them. Okay, so if anybody would like to come up, you can. Let me see if I had anything. I had this thing. Okay. I had video of this I was going to show you guys, but I'll show you on here. Okay. Let me share the screen. This is just, we're not going to laugh at these people. Well, I'm not going to laugh at these people. I just think this is interesting. And I thought you guys might too. And this Facebook channel you might want to follow. The name of it is called Palm Beach Mugshots. Can y'all see that on the screen?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if it's big enough for y'all to read it or anything, but it shows you everybody's charges. And a lot of these people, they get got for some real shit. They deserved it. Like this one, murder, 1st degree, premeditated. I mean, all these people are innocent until proven guilty, of course. This one got drunk at the airport. And this one, oh my God.
He looks like he's in the eyes. He looks like there's something.
Yeah, when the eyes are too close together like that.
Well, it's just
they look dead too. They look dead too.
Yeah, it's a certain look, you're
you see what he's charged with? He's charged with indecent exposure.
Yeah.
1st degree. And he's got that weird thing on his lip. It don't look right on him. It don't go with his. I don't know. Let's see what this one is. Aggravated assault. Use of a firearm under the influence of alcohol.
It's never good to get it.
Nope. This one, battery, damage to property, criminal mischief, resisting an officer without violence. Well, you know what that's going to be. Okay, now this one here, this guy here, I wonder if he really beat somebody up. This one made me suspicious. Because it says, Well, it says he's charged with 2 things though. He's charged with battery too. It says battery on a firefighter, and then it says obstruct without violence. If it had just said resist officer, obstruct without violence, I would be wondering if he really hit somebody, you know? Because they usually beat your ass and then charge. In fact, even with that, I wonder. But he don't really look beat up. And it was a fireman, you know? So he probably done it. I mean, I don't know. This one's from West Palm Beach. Wow. Failure to appear. And this is the one I found crazy. Wow. Hers is...
I wonder if she was resisting a police officer.
Looks like it. And she was charged with it. Trust me. She was charged with battery to touch or strike. But I don't know if that was on... It doesn't say on the law. And then she violated her probation by doing that. She has a violation of probation for possession, drug paraphernalia, and something else. I don't know. But anyway, I just thought these were interesting. And I thought some of you guys, I'll have this too on the link in case you ever want to look at these mug shots. Wow. This guy failed to report change vehicle because he's a SO offender, and he was supposed to let him know when he gets a different car, which I didn't even know they had to do that, but that's fine with me. Okay, and then we got one more that we're going to look at. It says he was trying to obstruct justice and tamper with evidence by withholding testimony, and he was also in a hit and run. And yeah. Okay, so anyway, so if any of you want to look at that, I'll have the link to that also in the description. They have some strange looking people on there sometimes. But yeah, both of my channel names are American Amy. I hope that's not confusing to people, but what else could I call it? I mean, I'm American Amy. It might be
thing about those mugshots, nobody ever looks happy in a mugshot.
Yeah, I bet they don't. Well, I don't know. Years ago, I went to drive to jail for driving on a suspended license, and I was fixed to go out that night. So I probably looked cute that night. I even smiled because I'm like, oh, I look cute, and I done put my makeup and done my hair out. Shit, I might as well take a good picture.
Yeah, I didn't smile. Both my mugshots too. I didn't smile at either one of them. Yeah, one of them, you could tell I was pissed.
Yeah, I was pissed down here. And I had my hair, they took my hair bun away from me, but I had it balled up, you know. I just balled it up on my own. And they took my glasses from me too. Just because I had took them off for a minute in front of her, she claimed I didn't need them to see with.
Yeah, that's not right. They have to give you glasses to you.
Well, she said I didn't need them.
Yeah, I don't think they can do that.
I don't think it's right.
Medical device, or
yes, it's even on my driver's license that I have to wear glasses.
Oh yeah.
So why the hell would you take my glasses? Obviously, I need them, right? So, Lori's going to get her some coffee, and Caitlin wants to know, yeah, it's nothing wrong with asking. They are both the same name. I don't know. Maybe I might change it one day, but I just felt like I am who I am. I'm just American Amy. But yeah, I don't know when I'll do another show again. I'll probably do some spontaneous ones. I don't know about doing these planned shows, at least not until Lady Justice is back in my area and wants, because it's too hard to work with somebody that's traveling, and she hasn't actually. I mean, Amazing's starting to teach her a little bit about StreamYards. But
yeah, they put you in a YouTube jail too recently for just showing what the stuff is going down in Punta Gorda.
Yes, Hey Lethal. That's why we're on the backup channel right now. Was not going to risk my main channel that I've worked, for years on. But for Punta Gordas to act a fool, and I don't know who done that to our videos, but I have a feeling it was them. I was going to ask you, on your version, did you cut out that one little line that the guy alluded to that time period in?
No, I just tried to be slick. I sped the video up just slightly, and I run it through a
Okay.
filter, but it didn't do any good. They eventually got to me. I was one of the last ones to be taken down from that video.
And yours was
But
on private also, right?
yeah, I had it on private. They still took it down. I had
And
it on public. I had it on public for a bit, for a short period of time, and then I put it on private. Then
did
it
you
came
get
back the very next day, and they took it down.
a strike?
Yeah. Well,
That
actually, I got a
sucks.
warning because it was only a first.
Right, your first time.
Yeah, it's. I say first offense. I didn't offend anybody. I didn't break any law. It's just
No,
they took it upon themselves to say that, take it down for whatever reason. I don't know. They didn't really give me a clear reason.
I understand. Something like that's happened to me before. Okay, I was looking to see if I'm gonna stop sharing the Facebook. I'm trying to look and see if I can see if Andrew has anything up there lately that might have to do with the case that we could play real quick before we go.
Yeah, he's having problems with the internet there. Like I say, all the people around him
I
have
know.
power except him. He has a smart meter. So he says he thinks there might be something fishy going on with that.
Oops. Every time I'm always looking for him, I just type in Andrew Sheets instead of his channel name. But I don't know if that's gonna find him.
That's going to,
It used to.
Charlotte County Cop Watch is, I believe, one of his channels. He's like several channels because they keep taking him down. He has backup channels for backup channels.
Alright. I know it sucks. He's so spread out.
Yeah.
But he has to do it that way.
And I think another one would be Sheets for Sheriff.
Yeah, that's the one I used to watch the most. Even though I get unsubscribed from it every day. But he's not the only channel I get unsubscribed from. It just happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I do not see him. Why is it getting so hard to find his name? Oh, I typed in Sheets wrong. But it still ain't working. Wow. All right, guys. Well, I don't see his channel, but when I find one of his videos, I'll. Hey, Snark and Sass. Hey, darling. When I find one of his channels, I'll share a link to one of his recent videos on my community page. Y'all give me a few minutes to put these links together. I haven't got them together yet, but I will. And I appreciate you guys for joining me, and I appreciate Dr. Sean for coming up here and helping me kind of explain this a little bit. I think most of you understand it, but
yeah, I'm glad to have helped to get this information out. And we all need to know what's going on with the cases. This hurricane came through, put a kibosh on everything. So and did a lot of damage to Florida. A lot of the auditors are having to pick their bootstraps up and get back on the feet again.
yeah, that's like I was telling Andrew. I didn't realize it was this bad, or I would have just put it off indefinitely from the beginning. But when these people that are in Punta Gorda, when Sheets and some of the Yin Yang, I know he had a tree go through his house. I hadn't even talked to him in a while because I've been trying to give him time to work on that. Plus, he has to go to work, his regular job. So, you don't want to bother somebody when they're going through something like that, but you also want them to know you care, and I do care. He's a good friend of mine. Dr. Sean's a good friend of mine, but I haven't really heard, what happened to everybody. So,
we're all one family here in Florida. We all look out for each other, and we all. If anybody needs any help, all you got to do is ask. And I'll be wherever you're at there if it's possible.
I know.
I'll be where you're at.
You're one of the real ones. They're far and few between, in my humble opinion.
Well,
all right,
we're family. We have to hang together, or we're going to hang separately. And they really want to hang us. They really do.
Yeah. Well, united we will stand. I hope that's what I proclaim.
Yeah, that's it.
At least we'll stand till we can't stand no more. Until So they take it down somehow. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for being here. And I thank Dr. Sean and
God bless y'all.
Yeah, God bless you all. And we wanted to update you on this and pray for our friends in Florida, okay? Because some of them's got some real major problems with this after effects from the hurricane. I love you guys and thank you. Have a good day. American Amy, and I am out.